In what could be one of the most significant geopolitical shifts since the start of the Ukraine war, British Prime Minister Starmer has announced plans to take Russian oil and gas off the global market, a move might cut off Moscow's war funding and tightening the economic chokehold on Vladimir Putin. But will this strategy isolate Russia or destabilize global energy market? Let's break it down. Namaskar, you are watching the Unfiltered Talk with Rishika. At Coalition of the Willing Summit in London, Prime Minister Starmer hosted Ukrainian President Zelensky and allied leaders to coordinate a new phase of pressure against Moscow. Starmer said, and let me quote for you, "We are determined to deal up the pressure on Putin and finally bringing him to the negotiating table in a good faith." He confirmed the UK would supply traditional air defense missiles to Ukrainian ahead of winter and that discussions are underway to use frozen Russian assets and fund it to Ukraine's long-term defense. The plan, however, has divided the coalition. The European Union at its summit in Brussels stopped short of approving the assets transfer, with the Belgium rising legal and financial objections. Meanwhile, NATO chief Mark confirmed the US President Donald Trump is still reviewing whether to send Tomahawk missile to Ukraine. Russia has responded sharply, warning of painful response if its overseas assets are seized, and while President Putin dismissed the latest sanctions are unfriendly but ineffective. The question is, can the West afford this escalation? Taking Russian oil and gas off the market could cause significant disruption, especially for Europe, still recovering from last year's energy shocks. Any reduction in Russian supply could spike global prices, hitting developing economics hardest. At the same time, Starmer's push signals a broader strategic intent to reshape the world's dependence on Russian energy and build a long-term security framework for Ukraine's future. As Starmer put it, Ukraine's future is our future. This is not just about sanctions or support. It's about reshaping global power through economic isolation. If Starmer's coalition succeed, Russia could face toughest financial squeeze yet. If it fails, the global economic may pay the price. The world is watching as the West try to test the limits of pressure and Putin test the limits of endurance. I'm Rishika and you are watching the Unfiltered Talk with Rishika. We'll see you in the next one. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.